have to. Definitely have kids.
How many kids?
Oh, I'd love a big family. The Irish in me comes through. Like I'd have up to 6 kids if I could financially. Yeah, it's a legacy, man. Like imagine being like 80 or 90 and sitting there and there's 30 people in a room that are direct descendants of you, and it's a beautiful family and a community. Like I'd much rather be 80 with a whole bunch of family around me than 80 and no kids. Fuck that.
Wow.
There's no way I could make that choice for myself. Like each to their own, and no disrespect to people that don't want kids, but for myself, I definitely do. To pass down your shit, it's the next generation. It's the learning part of it. Expressing yourself through the next generation and raising children. Like it'd be an honour. And if I can, and if I'm lucky enough to be in a position to do so, I'd absolutely. But I'm not yet. Jesus, no. No.
I assume you believe in love.
Yeah, I say I believe in love. I don't know if in the sort of chemically, yes, but also there's the non-chemical aspect to it, which is very real. Absolutely. There's some things that can't be explained by chemicals, and love is one of them. I'm not religious in a sense, but I definitely believe that we know nothing about anything, and that there's almost the possibility of everything. So I don't really write off any possibilities as well. We don't know shit about the afterlife or what's out of our solar system. We don't know shit, so we'd be fools to assume that we know things. But I also don't know if it conforms to any sort of book or religion. That's kind of where my head lays with that. Yeah. And I think spirituality should find you as well. It's a very personal thing, and I think it shouldn't be forced or put pressured upon you. But if it's something that finds you throughout the course of your life, then that's what it's meant to be.
What does love feel like?
I'd say it's definitely an overwhelming sort of in the most beautiful way. It's a very powerful emotion, and it's one that's hard to ration with, but one that's inextricably connected to yourself and your identity, and also your relationships with people. There's definitely a difference between lust and love, and it's definitely important to keep the head firmly in check as well as the heart, not just let one over the top of the other. But it's definitely a very real sensation. Yeah.
I think I do want kids. Maybe 2, 3, something like that. But I think I love the idea of kind of bringing someone else and sharing your experiences and letting them grow and looking after them and things like that. I think that's really, really nice.
Do you believe in love?
Yes, I do. I think I do believe in love. I think that as much as there's someone out there for everybody, and there's such an immensely large amount of people, I think that if you can put in the effort to love someone and they put the effort to love you back, and you find that connection that's really rare, it's an amazing, from what I've heard, it's an amazing feeling,
You've heard?
Yes.
Have you ever been in love?
Look, yes, I think I was.
What is it like?
Oh, it's a pretty incredible feeling. It's like nothing can touch you, nothing can hurt you. It's that you've got so much compassion and feeling, and it just makes you feel like amazing. And knowing there's someone there that you are loving, it feels really good to kind of love someone.
Would you get married one day?
Yes.
How many children?
2?
Do you believe in love?
Yes.
What is that like?
I don't know how to explain it.
Try your best.
That's not me sitting right there. It's kind of like you found someone that really cares about you and would do anything to protect you.
Oh wow. Do you think you'll get married one day?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I don't know who to or when. But yeah, I probably will. Probably when I'm a bit older. I'm definitely not prepared for something like that right now.
And children?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so. No.
Wow.
Maybe in the future again, but right now definitely not. No.
So when you are picturing yourself in the future, you don't think you will have children at this moment of your life?
I could see myself not having children, but I could also see myself having. It just depends on what happens, really. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have 2 or 1. Fuck that.
Yeah, I won't be able to afford more. If I have children, I won't be able to afford more than 2, bro. That shit's so expensive.
And do you believe in love?
Yeah, I think love's pretty good.
What do you think love feels like?
Loving someone.
You love it. I don't know, it's just like it's different to like the love you have for your family. It's kind of hard to, it's like abstract, isn't it? It's hard to describe. I guess, it's like, basically, you're sharing yourself with someone else if you love them.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, if they love you back, it should be the same. So you're kind of trusting someone else with, not your life, but with yourself, I guess.
Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you?
Yeah.
You didn't know?
Nah. I've just had like 2 girlfriends, but I wasn't in love with them.
Okay. What is that like to fall in love?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. But
Give me more than good.
it's like you wake up and it's a pretty good feeling.
You're always happy to see them.
Yeah, you're happy to see them. But my problem has been, not being able to follow through with that love, if that makes sense.
What do you mean follow through?
Like, it's never led to anything. I've been in love with someone, but
That person responded to you?
Oh yeah, I knew that. I don't know if they. Well, actually, no, they said they loved me. But yeah, just.
Then why didn't you follow through then?
I'm a pussy. that's
But
basically.
that person responded to you.
I know.
Then
yeah.
why?
I'm just
Oh,
a
what
pussy.
the fuck?
Yeah, just
Really?
a pussy. Yeah.
Damn.
Far out.
Yeah.
Healthy.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I was 15, so I mean.
What are you looking for in your partner?
Someone who's really thoughtful. I so appreciate thoughtfulness. Carelessness or ignorance is like really intolerable for me, to be honest. So somebody who's listens, who really cares about problems. Honestly, that's the standard. I don't know if I believe in fate. I sort of believe that you can meet somebody and you would describe them as your soulmate, but I think that there are probably multiple soulmates for multiple people, for each person, there's plenty of people in the world everywhere. So yeah, but I do believe in love, true love.
Are you thinking of having?
I think probably 2, but I'd have to be very much ready for it. I daydream about having children sometimes. That would be cute. That would be so nice. But yeah, I want to be a really good parent. Being someone's primary caregiver is a huge responsibility. There are so many ways you can mess it up. And little things can seem little and they're not little, Making mistakes as a parent is, every parent makes mistakes, but I don't know, there should be classes on how to be a good parent, That should be something that new parents can learn about. Well, there's probably books. There's probably definitely books, but I think everyone should try their best to be as best a parent they can.
My interest is now then, what sort of things have you seen that make you feel or think like that?
I don't know if I can really get into it, to be honest. I was thinking about this before I got here, I'm like, I feel like it's going to come up, but I don't know how I could word it in a way.
Really?
I think some parents, this is incredibly vague. I just think some parents don't try enough, you know, or they think that they're okay because they had worse experiences than I. Having a child is like serious, you know, it's like a huge thing. And I know that it's not like I think that there are people who think having children are like super casual about it, you know, because like that affects like the rest of your life. You have to provide for them, you know. But yeah, there's just a lot of people that could do better. I don't know. I know that I want to have kids one day, but I want to be best I can be.
When did you know that you want to have a kid?
I guess like, you know, I've always like talked about it. In primary school, my friends would be like, "Do you have kids one day?" I'm like, yeah, I think I do. Pregnancy sounds terrifying, but like apart from that, it'd be nice to have a child. That's so cute.
They are cute.
Adorable.
Yeah. Do you think you'll get married one day?
Yes.
How many children?
If I have them,
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
I don't know if I want them yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know yet.
Don't know yet. That's a problem for later.
Do you believe in love?
Yes.
What? Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
What does that feel like?
Oh, hopeful. I think. Warm. It's safe. Kind of scary. I think people are deceitful about love. People, you know, maybe people who don't have a different view of love, have a different upbringing, have a different, I don't know, just maybe if they're a bit manipulative and a bit, you know, not great. Love is more of a weapon than a gift,
Oh.
I think, to those people.
What kind of quality do you look for in your partner?
Patience. Patience.
That's the first time I ever said that.
I think I
Wow.
require a lot of patience. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that the 2 people that I've like been seriously with, I think, especially my boyfriend now, he would say patience because I've asked for a lot of it.
Wow.
But it has just been a trying year, so maybe that's why.
Oh, fair enough. What else?
Compassion. Empathy, a lot of empathy. Those are like, I think those are like the deep foundational things, but you know, there's the light things like funny and nice.
When we're looking for my partner, I think about this all the time.
That's great.
Even though I'm emotionally unavailable right now, which means that I'm definitely not in the market. But I think it doesn't like summarize to like one thing, but you want to be with someone that you know you can work things through with, right? I think a lot of the time, I don't know, when people like get divorced, I feel like I want to be with someone that I know I can make it last, that we won't just give up on each other, but I want someone who listens to me, respects me, has empathy, and I think having similar beliefs is really important when it comes to like basic stuff, like first and foremost, like if he's like misogynistic, or he thinks I like feminism is like stupid, or like he makes like passive aggressive racist jokes, I feel like on like a base level it's not gonna work out, and it's not like my responsibility to fix someone either. So I think when it comes to like, yeah, where you stand in life, you kind of have to be like at the same level. Yeah.
What other values that you just mentioned?
What other values?
Yeah, what other values that we...
I think you want to be able to feel safe with someone. You want to be able to feel, yeah, that you want to like make a life with them and maybe start a family with them. So you want to feel safe and secure with them. Yeah, I feel like it's just those like those fundamental things. Yeah. I don't know, like when I imagine my future partner, I don't know, I don't see someone, but like I can feel something, right? Like I can't imagine what he looks like or any of that like physical stuff, but I know that it's someone that I love and who loves me, and that's like what you have to build up from.
How about any previous experience with boys or girls? I don't know.
Well,
relationship-wise, how?
I think I was always really adamant that I wasn't going to get into a relationship. For me, if I find someone, I want to have one person. Like, I want one person that I know I can spend the rest of my life with. I don't want to go around searching and like trying to like give my heart to all these people and, you know, end up being heartbroken and end up trying. I just want someone that it's easy. You know, they love you, you love them, they want to make it work, you want to make it work. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to try and plead. It just naturally happens. And you're not left thinking, does he love me? Oh, what does he really think? You're not left doubting yourself. You're not left thinking, am I enough for him? It's just like,
lots of suffering.
yeah, I don't want that. So I already knew when I was a teenager, like, I don't want to go messing around with people that I know it's not going to last forever.
How hard or how easy would be to find that person?
I imagine it being easy.
Oh.
Like, yeah. You know, what I was saying before, like, you don't have to fight it. Like, it just happens naturally and you don't have to question it. So I think, yeah, it's easy. And eventually you'll go through hardships with that person, but you want to know that, you know, that you'll be able to go through that together. I don't know where it comes from. It's just like something I know. I don't know, like whenever I would like talk to my mum about boys or something, she's like, don't waste your time, you know. But at the same time, when like there were like possibilities, my mum was always like, go for it, you know, like you should go for it, you know, see if he likes you, like maybe you can make it work. And then I was always the one going, no, I don't think so. So I sort of always followed my gut feeling, but maybe it comes from like this Disney fairy tale sort of thing that I grew up watching, like, you know, the princess, she finds a guy and then it's just perfect, and, you know, true love's first kiss, and then they get married and it's happily ever after. Maybe it comes from that. It's definitely a possibility. But yeah, I don't know.
Do you think you'll get married one day?
Hopefully. Yeah, I'd like to get married one day.
Would you like to have children? Yeah. How many children?
I'd say maximum, maybe, I'd say 3 at best.
Okay. Do you believe in love?
Yeah.
Okay. What is love like? Feel like or looks like?
I don't know. I haven't like properly experienced it yet.
If
I can walk away.
But like, I feel like love is just like trust, and like, I feel like it's like having a best friend that you can just trust with your life. That's my perception of love.
love of my life, something like that. Why are you smiling?
I'm not.
You don't believe it? Do you?
I've never thought about this, so I'm trying to make a decision now.
Okay. Oh.
Like, I'm thinking now about like my parents.
Mm.
Like, their marriage is, perfect.
Oh.
Perfect isn't, it's,
Great.
they love each other and,
Oh.
they've been strong and there've been no problems.
Oh.
But, like, statistically,
Mm.
there's like 8 billion people on the planet.
Mm.
For them two to be soulmates
Mm.
and to live in the same area of the same country in the same,
Mm.
at the same time in history,
Mm.
pretty unlikely, right?
Your parents.
So,
What were your parents?
my parents,
Mm.
do I think they were soulmates?
Mm.
Probably not. But you don't have to be soulmates to really enjoy another person's company. So do I think soulmates exist?
I guess when I'm talking about the love is like the authentic, loving relationship that two people have. It's fatal, and it was something close to true love. Okay, no, I'm not saying like 100% true love, but it was like infinitely close to true love, and then it was meant to be. You meant to be that person. You meant this person is for me. I'm sorry, I'm not very romantic here.
No, I get what you're saying. I just don't know if I agree on that.
Okay.
Because I can see myself agreeing and disagreeing to this.
Mm.
It was meant to be, and you were meant to meet that person.
I knew I came to this life. There's someone out there, just right there, just for me. I'm for her, and she's for me.
I think it may seem like that when you meet a person you like, but in reality, probably not. But I don't think you need to have true love to be happy.
Okay.
Like if the person I meet I meet them because of coincidence. We live in the same area, things like that,
Okay.
and I'm happy with that person. So be it. You don't have to be. It doesn't. Maybe my true love is in Switzerland. For like.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I'm not happy with the person. Have I been in love?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
If you ask me, I would say probably yes.
Okay.
But I don't know what love is like.
Okay.
Because I've never had a girlfriend or anything.
That's very cute. What do you look for in your partner?
God, this is insane. I'm just gonna say the things that everyone says.
No, it's okay. Go for it. No,
Kind, sweet, caring.
Mm.
Funny, hopefully. But that's not 100%. I require that. But kind, sweet, caring. Not a bad person fundamentally. Like someone who wants to do bad for others. Someone who wants to help people.
Would you say it's something similar value to yours?
What do you mean?
Like you want to be two good.
Yeah, I want someone with the same values as me.
Okay.
I guess. Or better values than me, actually. That'd be
Better.
yeah, better than me.
Like family orientated.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Don't have to be.
Do you think you'll get married one day?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Wait. Unless the person I meet that I like doesn't want to get married, then I wouldn't.
Okay.
But I think I will be in a relationship one day.
Yeah, of course. How about children?
Do I want children? This is going to be really interesting in 10 years.
I know.
It's going to be good in 10 years. Yes. Because I want to be able to do for my kids what my parents did for me.
That's very sweet.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because they've showed me the best way to be a parent, and I want to do that for someone else.
Let's back to a little bit of romance and love. Okay, do you think the feelings that Romeo and Juliet they had each other you can call them love.
Yes.
Okay. Even though they are really young and they didn't really spend enough time to know each other.
Does that matter?
Oh. Okay. Do you?
I mean,
Yeah. Go on. I mean.
obviously, like to start off with,
Mm.
you're not gonna know the person,
Mhm.
and I think you can know to start off with. I mean, not everyone's gonna know to start off with, but I think you can. And obviously, it's not like the love in Romeo and Juliet. It never developed.
Mhm.
So I guess in that way, you could say it wasn't really love. It was just like first attractions, whatever. But I don't know. Sometimes you can just know, like you don't have to be around a person for that long to feel like you just know them, know things about them that maybe they don't even know.
They die for each other.
Yeah, something must have been going good. Well, obviously terrible in the end. But.
Yeah. How about do you think Daisy ever loved Gatsby?
No,
No, never.
I hate Daisy. No. No, she was so awful though. Daisy. I mean, I guess there's an argument that she could have maybe loved him in the beginning. Because, you know, he didn't have all the money and stuff that drew her to like Tom in the end.
Yeah.
So I guess in that way, maybe she did. But in the end, I don't think like she loved him at all, or she wouldn't have done that. What she did in the end.
What about when she received a letter from the Gatsby for the wedding? She read the wedding, cried, and went out. She want to cancel the wedding. La la la. Do you think she wasn't sincere then?
Not that she wasn't sincere, but I don't know. I feel like she was someone who would kind of like the drama of it, in a way, and like kind of like the attention of like, oh, this guy like, wants to marry me. Oh, this guy, he still loves me from all that years ago. But I don't know, just the way it happened in the end, that she just went on with her life. That's harsh.
Okay. You probably do hate Daisy a little bit, but it's okay.
I think I'm a little biased.
No, it's no problem. Everyone has bias. You can't control their feelings, right? The feelings are real. How about the feelings the Gatsby towards Daisy? Because what the Gatsby loved about her is not even real. Like it was sort of like a vague image, the green light there. It's kind of fantasy in his mind. Can you call that love as well?
Okay, I mean, I definitely thought Gatsby was a little bit more sincere
A little bit more.
than Daisy was. Yeah. Like, obviously, he built up this image of her that was what he kind of wanted her to be. And she kind of became a status symbol, like he wanted to achieve that kind of status. But I think he really did care about her in the end. And like, when he got her back, it seemed to really fulfill him in a way. More than, it didn't really seem to fulfill Daisy all that much. Even though, yeah, and he did sacrifice in the end for her. But I don't know if it was a sacrifice for like this Daisy that he invented of like all those years of like pining after her, or if it was the real Daisy, but sacrificed it for one of them.
Do you think that feelings that Gatsby had for Daisy was something close to love, true love, or no?
Not true love, I don't think.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, he did a lot for her.
He died for her, in a way.
He did.
Yeah.
In a way, died for her. But I mean, he invested like a whole lot of his life in someone who
Not
I don't
even
think
real.
was. Yeah, it wasn't even real. It was like who he wanted her to be. So I don't know. He wasn't in love with Daisy. He was in love with this person he created in his mind of who Daisy was, and like that person loved him back in his head. But I mean, Daisy never did, and I feel like yeah, he was devoted, but it wasn't really love because it wasn't anything between them.
Do you believe in true love?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you talk about true love, then what kind of true love are we talking about?
One that like not just like, you know, you're born and there's like someone who's out there who'd be for you. Like, I don't think it's just like there's one person. I think that, I don't know, it could be anyone, but really, well, maybe not anyone. But there can be a lot of people out there that are right, and it's just like taking the time to get to know them and to understand who they are, and that's kind of the part that's love. And it doesn't have to be any specific person. You don't have to be, you know, and you don't have to be perfect for them. You can have differences that, you know, but it's about like working through that. It's about, yeah, it's about just, you know, it's never gonna start off just perfect, you know, it's something that grows. Yeah, like you can have like insanely strong feelings, like it doesn't have to be that it's set out as a perfect true love course of anything, but you can, you know, I believe in those like strong feelings and being that attached to someone that it would be like, you know, you feel everything so strongly. That kind of feeling.
Okay. So I assume that you'll get married one day? You'd like to?
Well, I can't know that.
You can't know that? Oh.
I can't know that I'm gonna get married one day.
Some people have a very strong desire that wanting to get married and construct a family.
Maybe that's why this high divorce rate. I don't know. I feel like if you're like, I have to get married, it's kind of like you're just gonna like cling on to someone, even if you feel like, oh, maybe they're not right, but oh, I'm running out of time to get married.
Good point.
I feel like if that's your main goal, you probably won't end up happy if that's something. Just the fact of, I have to get married.
How about children?
I don't know yet.
You don't know? Is it?
I don't feel strongly about it. Like a lot of people feel like, no, I never want kids. A lot of people are like, yes, I really want kids. I don't feel strongly either way. Primary school.
Yeah. Some boys show some interest, write some small love letters, notes.
there was people who said they liked me.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But like, that's primary school.
It still counts.
I feel like it's just because, like, I don't know. I feel like everyone wanted to have a crush on, like, the new kid.
Mm.
And when I was, like, new in year 4, I was like, ooh. So people were like, yeah. But they didn't actually.
How did you feel about that?
How did I feel about that? I mean, I guess it feels good to, like, someone's interested in you. Which is shallow, maybe. But, you know, even if it was just primary school and even if it was just, didn't matter, it was like, I don't know, validating, which is bad. But.
How many children do you think you will have?
Between 3 and 7.
7? 7?
Adoption is always the option. Adoption is always
My
on the table.
Gosh, is that adoption issues running in the family or something?
No, it's just the fact that adopting is one of the best things to do in the modern world, because you have less fortunate kids who need a home, and you have a spare bed, give them the damn spare bed.
Oh wow. Do you believe in true love?
Yes and no.
Okay, tell me about it.
So I believe that true love can exist,
Okay.
but I believe that true love is a flawed concept to begin with.
Okay.
I believe that you can have true love, but then, you know, you might have true love with someone who's a complete and absolute torturous soul. And that's how I've gone into multiple very not very safe for work relationships.
Oh wow. Okay. Can we slightly dig into that topic? I'm quite intrigued.
You're intrigued.
Yeah.
Yes, toxic relationships have hit me more than most people will realize.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What are they like?
Not fun. I would not recommend it.
Okay. What was it like?
Lots of manipulation. So both emotional and just figurative manipulation.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. It's gruesome.
Really? Okay. What you don't like about in a relationship?
I think in high school it's like people are just like, it's really sexual, like
Oh really?
everyone just gets excited, like
Oh.
They that's just kind of just feels like that's all it's for, you know. If that's like, if it feels like that's all it's for, then it's like it become like, it gets really stale really quick, you know.